And now we're working with someone that we're not trying to sell on the brand. They've already bought into the brand.
Welcome to the E-Comm Show podcast. I am your host, Andrew Maff, owner and founder of BlueTuskr. From groundbreaking industry updates to success stories and strategies, get to know the ins and outs of the e-commerce industry from top leaders in the space. Let's get into it. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the E-Comm Show. As usual, I am your host, Andrew Maff, and today I am joined by Jason Murff, who is the founder and CEO over at Grill Your Ass Off. Jason, how you doing, buddy? Ready for a good show?
I'm wonderful. Let's kick it off.
Beautiful. Super excited to talk to you. Very cool brand, very fun brand. Love the overall messaging, the approach. So definitely know this is gonna be a fun one. Love starting these off super stereotypically and just kind of give you the floor. Tell us a little bit about your background, how you got started with Grill Your Ass Off, and we'll take it from there.
Yeah, no, thank you again for having me on here. To try and condense it down into a quick story. Always wanted to be in the military my entire life. Took the entrepreneurial route directly while I was in high school. Did that for a while, and then ended up getting denied to community college because they said basically I wasn't smart enough for that, and then ended up selling and getting rid of one of my businesses, and then following a lifelong dream of going inside the military. Wanted to do a career with it. Never thought that Grill Your Ass Off would ever be on the career path for me. Went in as 11 Bravo, so infantry for the military, and then ended up destroying my left ankle, getting a botched surgery over at Walter Reed. And yeah, just kind of went downhill from there. Had a pretty aggressive career change and life change for me. Forcing me to be medically retired out of the military. And at that time, I was super big into fitness, doing fitness competitions, dieting down super lean. So eating a lot of bland, boring food. And then on top of that, being from Texas and being stationed in Washington, D.C., there's a severe lack of flavor up north. Sorry for anyone from up north. So I had a roommate at the time, and we were making our own like pre-workouts and supplements and everything like that. And that kind of occurred to me of like, I could just make my own seasonings. Like it's no big deal. Never thought of anything for it. And then once the medical discharge happened, I had to reassess what did I want to do for a career in life. So I'd actually at the time, one of the guys that I was serving with that was also getting medically discharged, we found a school in Waco, Texas that we could actually use our GI Bill for a commercial aviation license. So I had actually separated from the military and started going to college, a technical college at TSTC in Waco to get my commercial pilot's license. And pretty quick into that, I realized flying a school bus in the sky is pretty boring whenever from being infantry and having a very active lifestyle. So I finished getting my private pilot's license. I was actually expanding my firework business while I was getting my instrument license, scheduled everything with the college to basically allow me to take a summer off to expand my firework business. At this time, I had just started putting together some seasonings, didn't really know what I wanted to do with it, what to call it. The name Grill Your Ass Off actually came from my dad's suggestion. I thought it was a name at the time. And then everything kind of just like spiraled very aggressively after that, because right around the time of getting the first seasonings kind of bottled, getting the original Grill Your Ass Off logo, was whenever I was taking that summer off, and the school ended up failing me for having too many absences that they approved me for, which made no sense whatsoever. So in that time, I finished basically building the website, developing everything that I wanted to be able to kick off the business, put my apartment back on the market in Waco, moved back to Houston. And then once we got to the school back to passing me, for the approved days that they gave me off, I told them that they could just fail me for the course and I was done with them. And then so dropped out of college and jumped in Grill Your Ass Off with both feet. Here we are. Coming up October will be 9 years.
Wow. That's awesome. So obviously, like, I mean, you kind of saw the need, started creating it, started growing with it. You know, it's obviously grown into this 7-figure brand that's doing really well. Like, what was it that kind of what was it that all of a sudden like sales started picking up, and like what was kind of that turning point?
Um, Really, it was brand recognition, and then narrowing in on the why, and our core mission statement. And that was kind of like a lost journey for me as I was starting it, because I was building the brand for myself and giving myself a why, and I just didn't really know how to portray that to the general public. And then as well, I thought, hey, this is an awesome product. These are, kick-ass looking labels. Like every store should sell this. And you start off with an idea, and you walk into a store, and they just look at you and like, who are you? Why would I carry
Yeah.
your stuff? So, and kind of having that rejection right there at the very beginning is what gave me a lot of the fuel and the motivation. And then figuring out like, okay, like not only is this my why and giving myself a mission and a purpose after I lost that from military service, but I can utilize all of this to where I can help give other veterans and first responders a why once they leave service, or while they're in service, I can give them that connection of being with someone or brightening their day through humor. You look at her name, you look at her labels, you're going to laugh at that kind of stuff. But not only that, you get the connection through food. And that's how the mission statement that we have came: continued camaraderie through good food. Is humor got us through our dark times of service, and then food brought us all together. So once I kind of honed in on that and started pushing that message and leading with that, things just started to, kind of amplify. And we started off with just 4 bottles of seasonings. We had a steak, a chicken, a pork, and a Cajun seasoning. Now we have over 65 consumable SKUs. Um,
Wow.
so it's drastically increased where, I mean, we're making pickles, olives, salsas, ranch dips, beef jerky, like you name it, we have it.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about like the business aspect. Is it primarily retail? Or are you primarily online? If so, like what channels? Like tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, so we're on Shopify, as with most of everyone else. We started off on
Yeah.
Squarespace and quickly got away from that. Um,
Classic.
yeah, so yeah, you think that it's good, and then you start growing, and you're like, oh wow, like this is horrible.
Yeah.
So we're on Shopify. We are currently about 50-50, kind of fluctuates throughout the year on B2B to B2C on that. But yeah, we're on there. We've been aggressively growing. We're utilizing, some of the pretty standard stuff for email marketing. We're not on Klaviyo. We're actually with Omnisend, because Klaviyo treated us just like another number, and gave us a whole bunch of promises
Yeah.
that we didn't follow through on. We're on Amazon Fair for wholesale. We do a lot of different direct shows. We're currently right now onboarding with Orgill for a huge hardware wholesale distribution. We're inside with Ace, inside of their distribution networks, and then hopefully we're going to be announcing a couple new ones here soon.
Yeah. Interesting. Anywhere, any marketplaces you get into, like Amazon, Walmart, anything like that yet?
Yeah, so we're on Amazon. We're on Walmart. They're fun to work with, because one of the things that you wouldn't think would be a pain is having the word ass in your name. So we've had to be very creative whenever it comes to like paid advertising on Meta, Google, but as well as on Amazon and Walmart too. So one of the things that we've actually switched to that's helped us with SEO and keywords is utilizing really what the product is for versus the name, just grill your ass off on it. And then putting a stamp that says bleep over the word ass, because people know what's behind it, and they also find it humorous. So we, as soon as we started transitioning to that, we saw a lot of really good engagement on it.
Awesome. Is that kind of more one of the primary channels that does really well, is the advertising side on Meta?
Yeah, Meta's still our number one advertising platform on that. As much as I don't like it, that's still
no one does.
our best one. I know everybody else in e-commerce feels the same way.
Yeah. What type of content's working for you? Are you using like influencer marketing, UGC stuff? Like I would imagine, obviously in the cooking realm, there's, I don't even, hundreds of thousands of different like quote unquote cooking influencers. So like, what's the process with them? Anything?
We do UGC. We're currently running a campaign right now, directing a lot of traffic to Amazon and getting UGCs with Stack influence on that. We're about a
Oh,
month in on the project. It's been going well so far. Not the best UGCs that we received because it's kind of open to anyone and everyone. But what we've
yeah.
found that's actually worked very well for us is we get our core customers that are placing 15 to 30 orders in a year and finding them on social media, which a lot of times they just tag us right away. But seeing these people who are creating amazing content and they're already core customers of ours, and then turning over to them, setting up, a Shopify Collabs account, and then working on pay structures to where it's like, hey, if you guys provide us all of this and we'll give them the, definitions of it, then now they become basically a contract employee with us to where we can feature them in our newsletter blogs. We can put them on our recipes on our website. So they're getting amazing exposure from our customer group. And now we're working with someone that we're not trying to sell on the brand. They've already bought into the brand.
Is your e-commerce business experiencing falling revenue? BlueTuskr has helped many brands like yours excel. Unlike other marketing partners, BlueTuskr leverages a team of specialists to ensure every strategy is created and executed toward your business growth. As an extension of your marketing team, BlueTuskr prides itself on helping to fill in the gaps and develop strong omnichannel strategies to diversify your business from the rest. Ready to scale your marketing initiatives? Visit their website, BlueTuskr.com. That's BlueTuskr.com.
Interesting. Yeah, I actually had, I think it was the founder of Stack Influence on the show. I want to say like a month or two ago. Very interesting platform, but I could see how. So you ended up getting a lot of. There's not as much control there, I guess.
Yeah, there's really no control on who you're going to get. So, I mean, right now we're getting close to like 200 influencers that have submitted things back, and we probably have like 5 that we would proudly put out there.
Yeah, jeez.
So,
is that have you tried creator connections through Amazon?
We have not yet. That's on our roadmap to do.
Yeah, I say that's I've heard relatively similar things of that one, but I think you've got a little bit more control. But I also think that there's not as many influencers and stuff signed up with it.
And that's what we've kind of found, like across the board. We've worked with agencies before to try and do, outreach for UGCs through like TikTok, Meta, all that kind of stuff. And then it always just comes back down to it. It's like our customers already love the brand. Like, let's just have them utilize it. And then it benefits them because now we can offer them crazy good deals for them.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? There's there's a Shopify app that I need to remember the name of, and then I need to reach out to them because I plug them all the time. But there's a Shopify app that you can actually, obviously it connects to Shopify. It will read all of your customer data, scrape their social media platforms, and tell you what their following is. So you could literally just go into this app and see like of everyone that's ever bought from you, here's the ones with like the top followers and like the best engagement and what they spent. It's like a great way to just be like, oh, I'll just reach out to so-and-so and then be like, they've already shopped with us, so I know they're going to want to work with us. It makes it a lot easier.
Yeah.
As opposed to going after people completely cold, which doesn't really work. Usually like
let me know that app.
Yeah, no, I gotta look that up again. And
one of the
it brings up all the time.
While we're on the subject for Shopify apps, one of the ones that has like helped us tremendously is how inaccurate Meta and Google tracking is.
Yeah.
On the actual numbers is we started working with an app called LittleData. And we can actually control what data is getting sent to them. So say if we have a draft order come through that my guys are, typing into Shopify, Meta's not going to take credit for that anymore.
Yeah.
So we're able to very, very clean up a lot of our information, which has been a pain point for us for a long time.
Yeah. Attribution is it's going to be a pain for the foreseeable future. I know LittleData, I know there's a couple others out there that kind of do like server side data adjustments and kind of can help with that. And then I know there's like, I won't say them because I won't say too many nice things about them, but then you have the other ones that are like attribution trackers and the more like just glorified UTM.
I have the same feeling on those. So
yeah,
you're good.
Okay, good. Yeah, on the influencer thing, like as an agency, we do it, and it's to your point. Like, if you can do it internally, you should definitely do it internally. What we've always done from a UGC side, if we don't already have like a bank of certain influencers to work with, there's especially from a UGC perspective, there's so many different platforms out there between like Trend.io and Billio and those types of guys. We just start off with those to kind of speed up the process, vet the ones that we like, and then we just start talking to them off platform and
For
start to
sure.
build up the library from there. It makes it so much quicker, so much easier. Cool. So, all right. So we got into the paid ad side. We got into some of that. Any issues with the tariff side? Did that end up becoming a problem on your end?
Um, some fluctuation. All of our stuff is made here. We
Yeah.
blend our seasonings here. We bottle everything here. We do have a few items that are made overseas, like our thermometers, our heat resistant gloves.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of people don't know that like all of your garlic and black pepper primarily come from China. So
Yeah.
thankfully, we try to buy everything in mass quantities. Um, to lock in prices, and then we're able to blend into smaller batches, keep good quality, good quality stuff. But yeah, as we were preparing for this Q4, we have gotten some hits on tariffs that we've kind of had to adjust things and schedule some things out for that.
Yeah. Yeah. I had a feeling. Although I guess it's good that you got ahead of it, so you're in a good spot there. Anything that you like prepare for going into Q4 now that you've kind of locked and loaded on inventory?
Yeah, so we're actually we have a pretty sophisticated system to where most of all of our marketing is all automated. So we'll
Mm-hmm.
actually build out email and SMS flows based off of a segment and a user's interaction, to where we will schedule those flows to be able to kick off on a certain date. So it's pretty much hands free. So currently, right now, we're finishing out building all of the flow charts for it so our team can fully understand it, and then finalize all of our offers and be able to implement that. Our goal for this year, and we've been able to achieve it for the most part this year, is we're staying a quarter ahead on all of our marketing. Um,
You should do a talk on this. It's ridiculous how many like so Ed, for those of you that are listening, it's August, it's mid late-ish August right now. By the time this goes out, I think we're into like mid-September. Like, it blows my mind how many brands don't even think or look at Q4 until like September, October. So it's
yeah,
awesome that you're in August and you're already planned pretty much through the end of the year.
I mean, the biggest thing that like a lot of people don't realize is, your win back and your warm ups are your main thing to kick off the holiday season,
Yeah.
because you have so many potential customers that you've been paying for Q1 through Q3,
Mm-hmm.
that you have their information. Like, get them to convert, and you don't want to get them to convert, a week before Black Friday, Cyber Monday,
Yeah.
and then the rest of the holiday season. So it's like, we're sending out stuff September, October to these lists, and we're getting someone like yourself, like, hey, Andrew, I know that you checked out our stuff, but I want to offer you a free sample pack. All you have to do is pay for the shipping and handling. And you're
Yeah.
like, all right, yeah, cool. I'll get 6 flavors for $5. No worries. And then now
Yeah.
we can put product in your hand. You get to cook with it, see the quality of it. And I've also looped you into a new segment that is going to trigger a flow for a pre Black Friday, then
Yeah.
Black Friday, Cyber Monday, extended, all that fun
That's
stuff.
awesome. That's genius. Yeah, we do something similar. How would that work? So usually what we start telling brands, like not really July, but pretty much August, September, we say from an advertising perspective, like, now is the time to really focus like top of funnel, like
Mhm.
start to educate the new people, because come Q4 it's expensive as hell and you're not going to get anything, and it just doesn't work out, and it's way less expensive to go middle of funnel. So you could even take that, do like a meta ad through like a lead form, and just blast it out to new people of like completely free, try it, free shipping kind of thing. And then maybe even lead with one of the UGC videos you got that you actually liked, and just retarget people that watched like 50+% of it kind of thing.
Yeah.
I love that you're actually doing it. It never ceases to amaze me how many brands don't touch anything for Q4 until they're in Q4, and it just blows my mind. Or they have the problem where they do no preparation for Q1 until Q1, and by then, because they're like, oh, we just want to get through Q4, and then it's like, you just spent all this money acquiring these customers in Q4. What are you doing?
Yeah, and
I
I
digress.
mean, I'm not gonna I didn't know that right off the bat. So it took me a few years to get all this kind of stuff
Yeah.
down. And one of the biggest movers for us last year and this year is actually direct mail marketing. That's been our highest
Yeah.
ROI to date that we've ever had. I mean, we've had some postcards that have gone out that have gotten us close to, like a 32 ROAS,
Yeah.
which is insane.
Yeah. I've heard, we've done a little bit of it. It's really hard from an agency perspective to explain to brands, like, just try it. But there's not as much competition in the mailbox anymore. There's more competition in email inbox. So it's like you actually can really stand out, especially if you get kind of creative with it. So that's pretty cool. How often are you doing that?
So what we've actually done is we've done a couple testing to where basically we match what our email flows are going to be. So as soon as someone finishes going through a flow, if we hadn't gotten that person to trigger, then we're going to start postcard. And then we do typically one campaign at least every 6 to 8 weeks. And then we will do a massive, obviously, campaign towards the end of the year, Q4. We also do site match and mail match to where we can scrub your IP address to be able to get a home address. And then if we have your email address, we can use their data to figure out a good home address for you on that for new leads. And then, I mean, even we had one that was getting close to a 12 ROAS to where we were just sending out a postcard that had a QR code for a free meal prep guide in January for Q1. Like, hey, let's kick this year off great. You can eat barbecue and stay healthy and fit. And so we're just giving them something free, and it just happens to be on that landing page for that free downloadable, PDF, the box of ass. Now they can get all the seasonings that are featured inside of this, meal prep guide in one box.
That's great. Who are you using? I imagine because they've got to integrate with PostPilot. Okay.
Yep.
I know there's a few of them out there, so I didn't know. I knew they integrated with Klaviyo. I didn't know they were integrated with Omnisend. Now that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, and their CSMs that they have on accounts are amazing and 100% worth it.
Cool. And this episode's not sponsored by them.
No.
Although maybe it will be. I'll reach out. Jason, this was great. I really appreciate your time. I know you're super busy. I don't want to take up too much more of your time. I would love to give you the opportunity here, let everyone know where they can find out more about you and, of course, more about Grill Your Ass Off.
Yeah, so everything, all social media is just going to be Grill Your Ass Off. You search for it, you'll be able to find us. It's the donkey sitting on the grill. If you want to get a hold of me direct, it's just Jason Murff on Instagram, Facebook. I jump on LinkedIn every once in a while, but most of it's all spam, so don't expect a fast response if you reach out to me on there. So, but thank you again for this. I'm looking forward to hopefully doing it again and then go in some deeper dives and some fun marketing stuff.
Love it. We'll be here. Jason, thank you so much for being on the show. Obviously, everyone that tuned in, thank you as well. Please make sure you do the usual thing, rate, review, subscribe, all that fun stuff on whichever podcast platform you prefer, or head over to the ecommshow.com to check out all of our previous episodes. But as usual, we'll see you all next time. Have a good one.
Thank you for tuning in to the E-Comm Show. Head over to ecommshow.com to subscribe on your favorite podcast platform or on the BlueTuskr YouTube channel. The E-Comm Show is brought to you by BlueTuskr, a full-service digital marketing company specifically for e-commerce sellers looking to accelerate their growth. Go to BlueTuskr.com now for more information. Make sure to tune in next week for another amazing episode of the E-Comm Show.